Hello, Rec187 and welcome back to Strategic Command World War 1 as we continue our Central Powers playthrough on Veteran difficulty, so a little bit more experience for the AI and a little bit more spotting for the AI. He was asking if it's a modded map. This is the, what's it called, Blue mod? Blue something mod? Can't remember. It comes now with the base game. Blue Max, that's what I'm looking for. So if you go into the settings off the main menu, you can select to use this. It used to be a standalone mod, but they've now integrated it. Yeah, so we are Central Powers. Serbia has fallen. Russia's on its legs. Ourselves of Germany, Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria, and the Ottomans are we're doing okay. However, the US has also recently entered the war, so that is proving to be a new challenge. Before we go any further, I did want to have a quick look at the losses because I kept going on about it at the tail end of last stream and never brought it up. So this is our land losses. So 9 for the UK, 17 for France, so really respectable. 12 for Serbia, 44 for Russia. As you can see, we've really been hounding those guys. 17 for Germany, which is higher than I'd like it, and we'd lost, I think, 4 corps in the last couple of turns. 5 Austro-Hungary and 6 for Ottomans, which is fine. I think most of those mean detachments actually. But yeah, so you can see Russia really feeling the pressure. France and UK not so much. And one other thing I did want to quickly check was the MPPs of. Well, this is us. So quick way to read this line is green is what you earn, red is the cost of units lost. So that's your red's above the green. It's not so great. See, Germany's taking with the real push from the Entente there. It's cost us quite a lot recently, in the last couple of turns. My hope was, yeah, you can see here it's costing them more than they can afford as well. Well, not so much for Britain, but France definitely. So, yeah, key for victory in this is going to be knock out Russia and then try and either just take Paris for a minor victory or knock out France for a major victory. That said, they are going to be getting stronger as US troops kind of flood through it, so we are on a bit of a time-bound limit. We've also got the Italian front, which will look to do damage, but I would like to take them out of the war because I suppose it's more income for us and less for them, but our main push is going to be against France. One thing I did want to look at, so as I said, we have a lot of Entente pushes in the last couple of turns, and our German line here is pretty thin in a lot of places. And some weak units will get them healed up. Also notice the Allies have got a base entrenchment, which you can see down here, of 5. Obviously these guys aren't fully entrenched, but they can get up to 5, whereas our max is currently 3, so we're a little bit behind in trench tech, so we'll have to look at that. We may have to grab a couple of corps from the eastern front and ship them west, just to shore up our defences. We need to make sure we leave enough troops here to actually get the job done against Russia. But I'm a little weary about how thin our western line is. Not that we're particularly thick anywhere here. Yeah. Meanwhile, so Italy's fairly static, or we're going to look to maybe try and inflict some damage against its artillery this turn, and also try and get some Austrian troops out of the Balkans once we finish up. We should take Montenegro this turn. We'll see what happens to their random unit in Sarajevo. And then Bulgaria, we're going to get to focus on Greece. That's probably about the extent of it. So let's go through it. Enough talking strategy, we'll kind of play through it and see what we got on. Western front, I'd like to try and attack somewhere sensibly, just to put a little bit of pressure on the Entente, and not just be purely defensive. As you see, we've been pushed back at Ypres. So our target's probably going to be this corps here, who are slightly entrenched, but the entrenchments are facing the wrong way because they've just taken that tile from us. So if we, how many shells we got here? 4. So we hit them a couple of shells to get rid of their entrenchment and also annihilate their readiness and their morale. Like so. And this should hopefully give us good odds. 2 to 5 is pretty spectacular, and 2 to 5 there. Let's attack this guy first. We actually only got 2 to 4. Never get what you promised. Go on. Okay, oh, I got a 3 there. Random things not treating us well. Can I still swap you in? Okay, I'm going to do that. Just so our upgraded units are at the front. I need to heal this guy up to full. This guy up to full. Where else? Everywhere else we're doing okay, actually. A little bit of pressure there, and we need our fighters healed as well. Anywhere else we could conceivably make a push? Probably not. The next place we really want to go is Belfort. You need some more shells for that, though. We've got one extra unit down here, which is good, so we can rotate people in and out. And in fact, that's probably what we want to do. So we can upgrade this guy's weaponry next turn. So you can't upgrade when you're on the front line, so we'll pull him back a little bit. We need more troops up in here. We're too thin up in here. I can't afford to take this step forward because we've got no one in our back line. But we do have a couple of units ready to go. Not in purchase. In new units, thank you. Our only problem is they do start back here, so it does take them a little turn to get into position. That helps short us. It'll depend if the Entente keep pushing. Now they are weaker along the front line, and they are using more shells. And you, at this stage in the war, we just can't produce as much as you use. But we'll see if they push through or not. That's probably going to be a good place to attack at some point. But we're going to need artillery really to knock through there. I could use this giant shell gun, rail gun. Okay, that didn't seem to do a whole lot of anything, but fine. Let's have a quick scoot for recon, see what they got back here. Planes fighting planes. Artillery, HQ, okay. All to be expected. We do have a blimp. We should probably use it to... We might do some strategic bombing. We'll probably get intercepted, maybe? No. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So a little bit of stability. We're still a little bit weak. I am really worried about a huge push into Belgium that isolates this artillery because they are massively experienced. I don't want to lose them. We do have a port in Antwerp, so worst case we could always try and make a break for Wilhelmshaven even. Italy. Italy, we're in a relatively good place. I can step there. No, I'm not dug in, but I'm still going to take this time to attack artillery. That's disappointing we didn't get the full 2. Artillery is pretty valuable and expensive, and so any damage we can do to that is a great benefit to ourselves. We do have an Austrian artillery here, but it's not doing huge amounts for us yet, because we don't have upgraded units. We've got detachments rather than corps. It's all a little bit rubbish. Yeah, I do want to upgrade you guys with weaponry while I can. You're not even in enough supply to do that. You pull out. As much I'd love to push, I'm not sure we're going to get much done. I'll leave this guy, so he's only got 2 of 5 shells. I'll leave him another turn to get a couple more, and then we might see if we can't push that guy, but I'm not convinced without the upgrades to the German weaponry, and to do that we need to get them off the front line. Yeah, we're in mid-1916, the US joined early. Yeah, probably we were quite aggressively raiding convoys out here, and that's probably what pushed them to join. Which may end up going pretty south for us, but we'll see how it goes. If we can get a kind of a collapse of Russia quickly, we might be okay. That's really what our plan's hinging on. They are down to 42%, and I don't know off the top of my head at what national morale the Bolsheviks trigger. So I've not actually played through Central Powers before. My previous playthroughs have been as Entente. Okay, let's take out Montenegro. You've got a couple of shells. Let's use them. And this should just be a walk in the park. Oh, I mean, not only one, we took 2. That's frustrating. So I'm going to leave these guys because I think they might just surrender, but we'll find out in a minute. Just pressing P shows a partisan view. So these are where you need to garrison troops to stop armies rising up, which I didn't do at one point. We'll just wipe upgrades. Under pressure. You get a 0 to 4, really? I'll absolutely take that. You're going to go garrison duties. What do you get? Oh, we might have to kill this guy this turn. Excellent. Okay, good. And you'll garrison on Belgrade. That is your job. So yeah, the plan is with these Austrian corps that we've freed up are going to go probably to the Italian front. The only thing I have to be careful of is Romania has been making noises about joining the war. And if they do so, we'll need to use these guys against Romania instead. Meanwhile, Bulgaria is going to come over here and we're going to make a push for Salonika. Which is going to take a bit of faffing around with this artillery piece. This infrastructure here is terrible. It might take me a couple of turns to get there. I'd like you to entrench, please. I'd like you to entrench, please. Good. You can come down the coast, see what you can find. We might be able to take a few towns here, actually. We don't need to have anyone in Triana, so that's good. Okay. This guy, I think I want to put him over in Varna just as garrison, just in case Romania join. I don't want to catch us unaware. We'll have a look at diplomacy as we get to the end of the turn. Okay, so we've done Italy, we've done Greece. It's a bit of a stalemate at the minute until we get artillery down. Gallipoli has been a massive pain in the butt. But we can't do huge amounts of that, again, until we get artillery in to dig them out. Oh, this is better. So these guys are now struggling for supply, so we should be able to inflict some damage upon them. Good. Gallipoli was annoying because of the national morale. It doesn't really change anything strategically, but we took a morale hit for it. It was a bit frustrating. Caucasus. Whole lot of not very much getting done here. See, very defensive terrain. Not really surprised. I want to swap you guys out so I can start upgrading these units. So I'm just upgrading their weaponry to level 1, just to help them defend a little bit better. But that's fine, we're just very defensive here, it's not a problem. Similarly, down in Basra, we're in a bit of a stalemate where it's just too costly to really attack. You need to pull back. You're just getting attrition to death. I will take that fight. Good. Ah, Egypt. This is interesting. We took a bit of a battering last turn. But they have also got a bit of an exposed core. I think we might be able to do a bit of damage too. We'll see. Ottoman troops aren't the greatest. We'll use all the shells we have available here. So we've got no entrenchments. No entrenchments now. Morale's less than 50%. The readiness is still relatively high. I'm going to do it. It's favourable odds, which is really what we want. Oh, here we can get the job done with these guys. Oh, excuse me. Pop in you two. Go for it. Beautiful. And I'm just going to reinforce this guy. And the real nice bit around taking British units out here is they don't have huge amounts in this area. Unless they've shipped more in, but... generally we don't have too many, so if we can just kill them, enough of them, they won't be able to hold the line and we'll be able to push through. Right, we also have you. Let's get embiggen you a little bit. That's not helpful. Yeah, I'm not sure if this revolt is doing much, but whatever. It's an annoyance. We'll hold it there. Upset the Italians. Okay, and now the one where we're actually making a real difference is the Russian front. So we've got 2 units circled here, which should just be a complete ruffle stomp, and indeed they are. So these guys are fully out of supply. Let's use you. Wonderful. And then we're going to push on Bretlivosk as our next target. So bring artillery into position, and we'll go for this tile next turn. We could even weaken them now. 3-1 is pretty good. Let's go for it. Got them. Nice. Unfortunately, we don't have vision over Bretlavosk. There's absolutely going to be a unit there. If we move anyone forward, we'll get caught in a surprise attack, which are horrible, horrible things. And will usually result in high losses, so you don't really want doing that. Fortunately, it does mean this artillery can't shoot anyone this turn. But that's, I suppose, a nice problem to have. Let's top up you, and just top everyone we can in this little group, and then we'll move them out. I mean, after that, really, I suppose it's trying to push up here towards Vilna would be the next national morale objective, because that's how you really break countries in this. Oh, 4-1, I'll take that. 2-4 is not bad. Are you getting in better? No, right, I'll take this 2-4. I'm not surprised. Troops that have moved before the attack generally take higher losses. I don't like that very much, but I would like to kill this corps. And they are experienced, that's a little gold medal means, so I'm going to take it. Oh, 3-1, that's deeply upsetting. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes sometime. I'd love to know what these guys have back here. Because it might not be very much. They have taken 40-odd corps losses, as we discussed. There's only so much they can replace. Just some scouting for me. Oh, okay. Wow, this is a thin line up here. Send some recon guys back here. Okay, so we've got some artillery, but they've only got a garrison faction in Bretlavosk. Alright, this is good. This is very good. Let's take out this detachment here. Nicely done. We'll move into the town next turn. I'll try and send the Austrian guys more towards the south, so in range of their own HQs. And everyone's slightly more organised. Just check for any partisans in this area. Nope. Excellent. Okay, what about down in the south? Yeah, we want to get the Gleason oil fields back. How are you for shells? You have 4 shells. The problem is we'd like a couple of cores facing off, so maybe we'll do that first. Let's get you 2 in, and we'll get you down 1 as well. So this way we'll have essentially 3 cores in attachment we can cycle in to attack this one tile next turn. You guys, defensive bonus. You need healed up. Excellent. Do I have any more recon? I do. Have a quick look, see what's behind the lines here. Alright, they've got a little bit. That is fine and fair. Okay, as for navies, our navies have been kind of ruined earlier in the war, so we're just in a bit of a hiding phase and just doing what we can with our submarines. That's unfortunate. Got away with it though. Let's check out in the North Sea. So we've got one over here. Ah, you are in silent running, making a run for home. Ah, these all guys are coming home, that's right. And we're probably getting to that part of the war. This might be okay. Oof, that's a lot of ships. I want you to come hide somewhere. There, maybe? And you can make a clean run through next turn. We're getting to that part of the war where ASW is improving. But as long as we can make a nuisance for ourselves with our submarines, they're going to have to keep spending money on it. It's what we really want. These guys are all silent running at the minute, so they won't hunt convoys, but it lets them move around a lot easier. Big guy up here, though, he's not really doing much because they're not sending anything to Russia. Have you head west. You're silent running, which is good. Bring you over here. You'll run through the blockade next turn. And you... Can we give you a full 10? We can. Right, we'll get you out. Back out to sea next turn. Okay. We've reinforced where we can. We've upgraded where we can. We've still got 400 points left. We probably want to spend some repurchasing these cores. It is unfortunately expensive. But, as you say, we really do need them to bolster our western front up until Russia falls. 142 points left. Anyone else got any losses? Just cavalry, and no. We've replaced them all there, okay. So in terms of diplomacy, Portugal might join. I don't think that's a huge issue. Romania might join. We're a few turns away if they do, so we're not too concerned about that. On our side, we have invested a little bit in Switzerland, but they're unfortunately not doing much. A bit frustrating. Another one we might want to look at is maybe Sweden. For the industry, if nothing else. In terms of research, I do want to put another tick into French warfare. Let's say I feel a little bit behind on that. Ostrog is even further behind. Oh, you also absolutely need that to be going, and you absolutely need that to be going. Those are two key techs. This one obviously makes your infantry better. This one is how many artillery shells you produce a turn, which is surprisingly important. You are taking away both of them, that's good. You've now spent all your money, which is fair enough. For Hungary, you've got gas shell, you've got infantry weapons, you've got infantry, you've got trench warfare ticking relatively well. Anything else? Mobility would be nice for you at some point. I think I'm going to throw one more chit in here from the Ottomans. About 40% per turn. So that should get these guys moving towards us. Ideally, we don't want them to flip until Russia's on our side, so we have till Russia's out, so we have more units we can use when this front opens, but we shall see. And then maybe, do I want to save the 92? Germany's doing tank. We're doing armoured warfare. Got mobility ticking away. Not doing any more logistics. It will be nice to have when we want to operate everyone east front to west front, but it's not the end of the world. Tempted to drop into tank actually. Oh no, we've already got level 1 and we're developing level 2, so we're just waiting on we get 2 levels of this before we can actually build the tank. So that would make our... We don't really have any bombers. It's probably something we want to think of, improving our air forces, Germany. So let's start ticking towards that. Okay. The Ottomans do have 50 points left. We'll put it into long range because we're getting the Ottomans and the Austro-Hungarians to build some maritime bombers. So we'll get them to kind of be our sea defense. I think that's going to be us. I'm not sure you can do much against this guy. Yeah, you can hit him for one. Fine. Our navy's so beat up though, it's not really worth sailing for. This is why I want to get themselves some planes that can do it. Yeah, we'll hold off there. Okay, that's good. Another country falls. Hopefully that clears at Sarajevo and we don't have to bother with that. And then we will move a whole bunch of troops up. We'll start putting pressure on the Italians. We'll have to see what the Entente has in store for us here. This guy's a little bit vulnerable, not entrenched, not leveled up. Only 7 health, but it's not a great position for them to move into, so we might be okay. Right, that was a bit of a long first turn. Usually is when I start these streams. I witter about too much. Excellent. And they did just give up Sarajevo, so that's a fight we didn't need to have. Some free MPPs. Okay, so this allows them to get. So it's for the winter convoys. It allows them to ship stuff during the winter. But it's a bit irrelevant because they're not being sent anything by the Entente. But be it. Unfortunately, Entente is raiding me, which might push Norway towards us. Kitchener dies when she has Hampshire sunk. Oh, interesting. Trench war for the Austrians, boost. Industrial tech for the Ottomans, that's good. Supplies, that's all good. So really hoping here is that the Entente take a turn of stability. And they just kind of reinforce their positions, because that buys us time to get our reinforcements to the front. We shall see. Oh, we got caught. The damage out at least. Yeah, they've got SW2 now. Like ending the nearing the end of the power of the U-boat. Yeah, they run away with artillery, which makes sense. You are backing off. That's going to give us a way to push towards Vilna. Quiet so far. That doesn't mean that I'm coming out with some attacks later. Our German HQs are so experienced now. It's nice to see. Thing is, we also need to watch our time on this, because obviously we want to look after Greece and go after Italy, but they don't actually put us towards the ultimate victory condition, which is knocking out 2 of the 3 majors of UK, France and Russia. So obviously our targets are Russia and France. How rude. Oh, this guy's so annoying. No, they might be coming for attack there. I'm unentrenched. Looks like we're going to push on this tile. Yeah, and his morale and readiness will be in the toilet after a lot of artillery attacks. Oh, so is his. It's going to be painful. That's why really, things like artillery really do win the war in this. Interesting choice. I'm just going to cut you off. 1 for 3, that was okay. 2 for 1, okay, went in my favour, but not too bad overall. Two for 2. 1 for 3. I made a 3 for 1. Not quite sure how this ended. That should be survivable, but you're going to get finished off. Will they take Epinal back? Don't really care about these rebels. I'd like this core to survive though. That's annoying. Well, I say it's annoying. We can take that guy back. That's not a problem. Unentrenched, understrength cavalry. Hello, Britain. And you did move in there, interesting. Okay, so we lost one core. It's not the end of the world. But you see, we really are outgunned on that western front with the amount of artillery we've been taught to bring to bear now. Hello, you. This guy's pretty much dead. I think he should be starving out as well. I don't think he gets supply from Gallipoli. So it's doomed in the long run. Just annoying in the short term. Okay, not terrible Entente turn. We did take Epinal back, which is annoying. Yeah, so France will be happy about that. Oh, Von Mulk died. We have 2 more units and a Dreadnought, which I won't say no to. And Austria-Hungary gets, oh, a nice new core. That's actually really useful. Alright, we'll place units later. I can get you guys in here. I need you in here. Where else do we need you? We need one of you down here as well. Although we've got our spare here, we can zip, 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 zip. Although we won't get him upgraded this turn, but so be it. We've only got 2 shells, because we only create 2 per turn. But he won't have a lot of entrenchment. Four to 2. That's pretty good odds. We'll take it. In fact, we got better odds. 5 to 2. So this should be a kill. Maybe damage? No, just a bit. Okay. Is there anyone else? You can't quite reach. You can't quite reach. So we're going to have to move an 8 in there. It's not ideal. I'm going to do it. We'll move. We'll move this guy in, even though we didn't get to upgrade his weapons. Send 1 down in support down here. You are absolutely coming up this direction, probably into there. New units, right. Another one in Aachen. Oh, wait, 3 of them. Ah, nice. You're going to go there, and the 7th Corps is going to come down in here, probably. Yes, this is good. Feeling happy about that. Our Dreadnought, we'll just dump him over. We're not doing much for our navy. And a new Austro-Hungarian Corps is probably going to the Italian front, let's be honest. Yeah. Okay, things we need to do is heal this chap as much as we can, which isn't as much as I would like. You should probably move into there. We're at a little risk of getting flanked here. I'd like a detachment to go in there. We'll get round to it at some point. Supply in the mountains is terrible, but what'd you expect? You're in the mountains. Okay, can't heal him. We can heal him up. That's fine. Yes, I want to top you up. Yes, top you up. I do want to top him up, but I also want to entrench him. What's worth more? They can make... I think they can only do 2 attacks against this guy. 4 to 3. Huh. Oh, we can do that. That's perfect. Alright, so we're not going to get attack. Fine. And he's not entrenched, but upgrade you to weaponry. That was useful, if not exactly what wanted. This horse is still holding the line, which is frankly ridiculous. This train's not doing much for us. Get down here. You can do more advantage if you can hit multiple targets with this. Okay. What's in front is good. Italians, fine. Not really doing a whole bunch of anything. We'll swap you guys out next turn. Swap you out next turn. So we're getting a bit stronger. Now the decisions around what we do with this force. We've seen no more movements of Romania. I would like to keep pushing into Greece. I want to secure that primary supply. So I will. So Bulgarian cannon artillery. By force march, how far can you go? To there. I want to get you into that position so we can take it this tile. I'm in Salonika. Where's the rest of the Bulgarians? You're up here. Force march. Can't force march you. Alright, just come down the coast. Yeah. Supply around this area is pretty dire. You topped up. We'll get you increased. You can't do it because you're not in enough supply. Fine. You up, top you up. Give you better guns. Yeah, I'm going to take probably 3 cores and this guy. And then we'll have 4 cores and some artillery over here of Austro-Hungarians. And that's what we're going to use to push in against Italy. And then this chap's going to keep the 1 artillery piece and 2 cores, as well as the 2 cores down here. And that's another little group. So I think actually my Bulgarians continue to push south, and we'll have the Austro-Hungarians try and push in for the Salonika area. Okay, I like that. Yeah, get right. Yep, naval invading me, how annoying. Right, that's done, that's good. Freed up a couple of detachments to bomb around the place and help out. You were just going around our troops, upgrading them here. Not sure why I can't do that. I should be able to do it next turn. Down here, I want to kill probably this detachment next, so we can get 3 units around on this infantry. We're going to have to spend a turn just healing up everyone. And manufacturing some more shells, so we'll have 4 next turn, which push this tile. You can get an attack on this guy. You did take 1 damage, that's unfortunate. Good, you can run along the coast. Can I upgrade you? I can, good. Russia. It was nice when you end Russia and feel like you're actually making a bit of forward progress. Right, you are going to be our target from this artillery piece this turn. Getting a lot of work done. Beautiful. 6-2. Hello. Or 4-1. It's also a number. Got him, and then we take the oil fields. And I'm 5-1. Or 3-0 is also apparently how that's going to go. Meanwhile, we're going to cut this guy off. To 1, 2-1, 3-2. Let's just hold for a turn. 2-2 is actually really good with a detachment. Alright, we'll go for it. We'll just finish him off. Not the greatest odds in the world, to be honest. Or not the greatest results, I should say. Yes, I would like you to step forward. I want artillery to move up. We might as well focus on clearing out the artillery pieces and turn up all. Meanwhile, we have 4 shells. Let's go after this guy. Secure our stranglehold around Bretlivosk. Only 2. Oh, there you go. 5 to 2. Wonder if there's a river crossing or something affecting that. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, see you later. Who should we push in? Probably going to be these guys, isn't it? Only 2 to 1. It's not the greatest odds in the world. I think I will not take that fight. We can get better. You to move in there. I should have upgraded your weaponry before I did that, but that's fine. Actually, we can get pretty good odds on this without doing much of anything. You, I want to definitely move in there. And you might as well dig some trenches to start with. I move and attack with you. No, fine. I'm gonna take it 3 to 1. I think we might be able to kill this core this turn actually. If we get the right dice numbers, well no, actually we've lost one there. But we can pull you south, bring it in this core, and finish them off. Nice. And you can cross. Any reason I don't want you to? Probably not, to be honest. Bring you behind, get some vision. Oh look, there's no one here. This is the marshes, that's movement through that's going to be pretty terrible. So that's good to know, and then you can come. So our artillery is ready for pushing on Bretlivosk next turn. That one. Cool. Right, we do want to take Grodno because of the supply. Let's maybe start pushing up around that. Meanwhile, I will just move forward and entrench with you. Oh, 4 to 2. Can I pass up 4 to 2? Apparently I already have. Yeah, that's not as good. Okay, that's fine. And 7, I will just heal you. We're just gonna let us rampage around the rear, then why not? 2 to 1. I saw, yeah, there in our favor. 2 to 1. Why not put some pressure on them? Even if we're not going to kill these units, it's just all about hurting them, make them bleed. Need to move up with your men. Do I need another Austrian corps over here? I think the answer is no. Unless Russia gets involved, Romania gets involved, and we are going to want to go to war with Romania anyway at some point. What's Russian morale at now? 39%. And we are going to should pushing these guys pretty quickly. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this unit over, and I'm going to start pulling some detachments south. Yes, just to guard these border towns. I've got one excess one here. discard this road in, and we'll just hedge our bets a little bit with some detachments, because they're not of huge value in terms of fighting. Yeah, a good use of them. And we'll free up some more here once our actual cores get involved. Meanwhile, you need healings. Good. Okay, I think that's us done for our turn. Check anyone we can top up. We are not really using fighters here very well. I need to upgrade my ground attack before I actually start doing any serious damage against them. Okay. No, I don't want to. Don't want to heal that ship. All right. I think it's just looking at U-boats now. We've got a really damaged one here, who is going to try and stealth his way into port. Where's the nearest friendly port? All a little far away. What if we can make it into here and then into Sid Al-Bar? Maybe. Your movement's halved when you're doing silent running, so it does restrict just how far you can run. Okay. Whew, looks like you've made it out. And you we can start running these blockades a bit more. Good, and then want to put you back onto hunt mode. Start hurting these Brits over here. You're coming down this way. Okay. Yeah, port over here would be pretty handy. Right, points win prizes. So we lost one core last turn. Let's buy it back. Purchase. Bulgaria hasn't lost anything. Can't get more artillery. I'm not really interested in these things. I mean, we could also buy full price core. Don't want to do that. Can't get any more artillery yet. Maybe the next thing we do want is look at some more ground attack planes and things. So how are we doing for research? So Germany is tapped out essentially, can't spend any more until we get something. Austria-Hungary's got a little bit of headroom. We probably want to be working on that. Drop another point in there. Right, let's just do, no, we've only got 65 left over. We're doing those for your maritime bombers. Okay, to start some fighter stuff. No, do you know what? I'm going to start you getting some tanks so we can get 2 sources of tank. You're now maxed on research. Ottomans, yeah, nowhere close. I've got 88 points. Let's just drop in there, make things cheaper. So we really could start purchasing some more stuff as Germany. There's things I would want. Tanks, can't get it yet. Ground type bombers, I haven't researched. We could fly out, just get another infantry corps, which is useful. Gets a lot less useful once Russia dies, but Russia's certainly not dead yet. 237. A lot. It's a lot. Or start dumping a load into Sweden. But Norway's unfortunately close to splitting away from us, which we don't really want because it gives them. This gives us money. If you look at our I'm not sure how you get up. Our MPPs, we get money from Norway, and we certainly don't want them flipping on taunt. Ah, let's go Sweden. Stump say 2. Oh, I've got no chits left because I've got 3 there. Okay. That's us done. Austria-Hungary, sure. Oh, you've got no chits either. Okay. Oh, you don't get much influence as the Central Powers. But I think we are going to grab that core. After all that toing and froing, let's get the first Bavarian Reserve. Inventory weapons 1, purchase. Okay, and Austria-Hungary maybe just keep hold of your points. I'm not used to having stuff left over. So, let's see what it's saying. With Albanian friendly hands, we'd increase our strength in the air by forming a detachment from Albanian volunteers to be called the Albanian Legion. With the MPP to deploy in Tirana. Yes. Pretty cheap. An extra guard unit we can use for stuff. Latvian rifles. Mobilized to defend Riga. That's annoying. Find our horse cut off if we're not careful. Taunt raiding us. I've not seen any success for the Swiss diplomacy, which I'm annoyed at. 40%. We should have seen it trigger by now. Army warfare level 1 for Germany. Excellent. Ah, gas shell production level 2. That's really good. Also might give us... Oh, it'll give us some more points we can invest in. See, we're getting almost nothing from Norway. Just for being raided so much. Okay. Pointless, but okay. Also pretty pointless, but I'll not argue with that. Yeah, charge forward with 1 core and run away with the rest. Where's the logic there? Looks like a more determined defense around Vilna. Yeah, and we're going to have to bring this cavalry back, otherwise they're just going to get cut off. I suspect we're going to lose this core. We're going to be focus of attacks. As long as we can lose at a great cost to Entente, that'll be okay. Depends how many more shells they've got left to throw at them. A lot of thinking going on from the Irish turn. Is it ever the bomb rider? Or Riyadh, I should say. We'll get some... I could get some fighters in that area, I suppose. Something to do with Ottoman points. Maybe they're going for Brussels. Or maybe they're just using shells across the line. I think Epinal is likely where we could lose a core. Would like another core in that 1-0, nice. What was that? 2-3, something like that? Oh, 4-0, come on. Okay. Lost 2 cores, and they're probably going to move into Brussels. They are slowly falling back in Brussels. I don't like it. Ooh, let's leave them a little bit open. There goes Brussels. Yeah. Okay, I think that's going to be the end of the turn. So 2 cores and Brussels, that's a bit of a blow. We're in danger of getting cut off completely in Brussels, unfortunately. And that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. Definitely echoes of the real life coming into this. We're doing very well in the east, pushing hard against Russia. But the Entente is really starting to push pressure up in the west, and that theme is going to continue across the next few episodes as well. So it's really going to be a case of how quickly we can kind of push into Russia and potentially knock them out, wrap things up in the Balkans, and then swing alternative forces to meet the might of Britain, France, and America, who are all relatively unscathed thus far in the conflict. As ever, this was taken from a Twitch livestream, so if you're interested in coming out and hanging out, then there is links in the description below. Otherwise, I do hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you all in the next one.